you know how we said that you always remember the game you let get away? I was wondering about this because we have talked about this in many different occasions over the years. When you lose a playoff series, very rarely is it the last game that you remember. And I do think that the game one is going to be the memorable one that they let. But then that happened in game one, and then I think as the series played out, it ended, and you didn't get the feeling, okay, the Knicks were actually the better team, but a miracle happened in game one. Like, that had enough time to play out, and, like, you watched it, and I don't know. I think the Pacers, I think this is the rightful team. Yeah. I think this is the rightful team, and, like, you go back and you look at the stats, the best record post-January 1st in the NBA is Oklahoma City Thunder. The second best record in the NBA post-January 1st is the Indiana Pacers. You know what I mean?
Best offense versus best defense, right?
Yeah.
Pace versus
and they were
chaos.
And they were like, look, I thought they proved themselves, and to be able to, they dropped that game 5, but they didn't screw around with game 6.
No,
we talked about,
like,
hey, this is a little dangerous to play this on the punting of the game 5, playing guys low minutes. Okay, my team doesn't have it, all that kind of stuff, because we saw earlier in these playoffs, the Warriors did that, and next thing you know, they drop a game 6 at home, and it's like, oh, now I'm playing a game 7 on the road. Mm-hmm. And that could, and I think most people understood Indiana had to take care of business in game 6. You do not want to go back for a game 7 in Madison Square Garden, especially after losing 2 games in a row. Yeah. And they took care of business. Give them credit.
Shout out to Pascal Siakam, bro. I know, like, a lot of people, like, forgot he was in the NBA after he left Toronto and won that championship. But the dude, like, reminded folks, like, in this series, like, just how cold he was. Like, 31 in the closeout game, got the Finals MVP. Even though Tyrese thought he was going to get it. You saw that video.
That video was so funny.
Tyrese thought he was going to get it, but Pascal Siakam reminded folks, bro, how cold he was in this series.
I honestly think Halliburton should have gotten it.
For sure.
I mean,
he had like an 8-piece, though, bro.
Huh?
He had a game where he had an 8-piece.
I understand, and I know it's a counting stat thing, but I mean, look. I know. This is Tyrese Halliburton really did think he got it, and he should have.
He's like, move out the way, everybody.
I am of the opinion, unless it is. I was listening to Bill Simmons talk about this. Unless it's totally overwhelming, the best player should get it. You know, and it's like that team without Tyrese. That team. It's not winning like it did without Pascal. They're both important.
Yeah.
But one of them is way more important. Like, he makes the whole thing go.
Yeah, he's an engine too.
Right?
Yeah,
he makes that whole thing go. And he was fantastic when it mattered most.
Yeah, also, I wonder, though, if part of that is just that it's like 9 people that vote? Like, I wonder if it was 20. If you had 20 voting, probably Halliburton wins.
Well, and they said, from what I gathered, it's 9 people that vote, and it was 5-4.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was close.
Yeah, it was 5 for Siakam. So it came down to 1 vote.
Our guy Tim Bunton.
There's only 9 voters?
Yeah, 9 voters for it.
Where do they like? Are they the people that are?
I don't know.
I think the people that are covering the
that
series.
makes sense.
Yeah, they're there.
I mean, someone
They're
used to call him
games.
a blade because remember we used to call him circle button.
Yeah.
One move.
But he does. But hey, I'll tell you this: he finishes,
bro. Finishes.
He finishes
around the rim, around mid range.
It's a perfect tandem. It really is to have him, because the other thing is he beats everybody down the court.
He does.
If they punish them for playing big lugs, right? We talked about this where it's like, all right, if you want to play big lugs, you saw Oklahoma City punish you for playing big lugs like Gobert and Randall, and then you saw this team. It's like, hey man, if you want to try to do this Towns Mitchell Robinson thing, we will run off of makes.
Yes, bro. 2 passes. We out here.
I posted this video.
Oh, that's the voters right there.
Okay, there's the ones. Okay.
Jalen, see if you can find that video Vernon posted where it was off a bucket. And it was 3 passes to a
dunk.
Off
a make. I'm watching the game and I'm like, this is insanity.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they fly.
That was off a make. I posted the video, Jalen, if you've got it. I posted on Twitter as I was watching the game on Saturday night. Like, I was just in absolute awe. I don't think the ball touches the ground.
Hey, the thing is, that happens so often with them, bro.
Look at this.
Look, that's the drill you run in practice,
1,
bro.
2,
3. To a dunk.
How?
That's the shit you run in practice, like that transition
and that's
stuff.
Siakam.
Yep. He take off right now.
That's the thing.
He's gone right now.
He can beat everybody down the floor. He is fast.
Yeah, bro.
He beats everybody, and he gets 8 points off of those every night.
And it helps you have a point guard like Hallie who's gonna look up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of point guards get the ball and they look down and dribble. Hallie gets the ball, he's up.
Well, that is one of
Get
the
off the
lessons. You watch them, it's all guys that can dribble, pass, and shoot.
Yep.
Right? Malleable, can switch.
Yep.
You got guys like, Nembhard you were talking about the stats with him and Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
Nesmith wasn't right.
Yeah, he was
No,
hurt.
he couldn't be the dogged defender that he has been. But Nembhard, it's like, what a luxury. Okay, this should kill you if you don't have this guy. And this is true of Oklahoma City as well. It's like, okay, Dort doesn't have it. Okay, well, we'll throw Caruso on you. We'll throw Jalen Williams on you. We'll throw whoever on you, right? Like, they both have all these guys that are so switchable and can do so much. And it's like, your screen doesn't help you. That's the big thing. You watch this team, and it's like, the screen, they are targeting. They are just finding guys on one end because the screen helps them, right? It's like, where are you, Brunson? Where are you, Cat? Like, your guy's going to be the screener every time, right? And you watch the other end, and it's like, you're screening off to what? Another guy that can move his feet.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. They're so
nobody
versatile.
look. That's the one of the lessons that we're learning by watching these two teams.
Yeah.
It's like, the weaknesses that we talk about are exposed tenfold. Like, the ball's going to find you. They're going to filter it to where they want to filter it. And it's like, who you want to filter it to? Who? Thomas Bryant? Fine. Thomas Bryant, bang, bang, bang. He hit 3 threes.
That was crazy.
This son of a bitch didn't even play.
I was so confused.
Who
bro.
are you?
The last time I saw him was when Wemby hammered on him.
It happened 2 games ago
time.
with Jarris Walker.
Yes,
I'm
I'm saying.
like, what?
They just put him in the game, just hooping.
And because it's like, all right, fine, we'll let him shoot corner threes.
Knockdown. Knockdown.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let him shoot corner threes.
Yeah.
Because he's just going to bury him. And it's like, who can I filter this ball to?
Yeah. No,
Who?
And their starting five, all of them can shoot the tray.
Yes.
And I love
they're flying
I love the way
all
they play.
the time.
It's a lesson to like a lot of kids too with like basketball, right? Sometimes a quicker way to get somewhere is not a dribble, bro.
That's right.
Like, it's a conversation now of like kids learn to dribble too much.
That's right.
If you watch the Pacers, SGA gets his with how he gets his, but like they move the ball with passing.
You're
bro.
right.
It's straight line passing. If I want to get somewhere, make a pass. Make a pass. You'll get it back.
Cut.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful basketball.
It really
bro.
is.
It's like a upgraded version of what we tried to do the first couple weeks of here.
Yeah, right.
We tried to do this.
It's not unlike it.
Yeah, it's
It
like
is.
move your body, move the ball, move everything. I love to watch
And create so much space.
Yeah.
And then Siakam is obviously, he can, you get the wrong guy on him, he's a bucket. Every time.
He walk you down, do a little spin move, layup.
They were fun to watch. They were fun to watch.
You see that video?
Because they just play a different. They are so much. I don't care what name is on their jersey, and I know people are going to hold it against them because it's not a big market. But my God, it is unlike anybody else.
No.
They don't look like anybody else in the NBA.
No.
And I love the
when you watch them.
Nope.
Take the name of the jerseys off. People say the Indiana Pacers. Watch them hoop.
Yes.
It is beautiful, ethical basketball. You see that video that's been floating around about their off-season stuff they did, where Pascal got all of them together at his gym at his house.
Oh, is that right?
He did. I saw that.
You saw it, Rosa?
Yeah, I saw
He
that.
got the whole team together at his house. It was like, yo, I know we made the Eastern Conference Finals last year. People gonna think we're a fluke. We gotta get better. He had the whole team there, every single person on the roster. Him and Halliburton's on the phone, like, yo, we know who the leaders are. Everybody knows their role. Don't be in these runs doing stuff you're not gonna do in the game. Do stuff you do with the Pacers. Don't do it. So it's like
Leadership.
I'm gonna see you the video. It's like a whole 2-minute video.
Well, and interesting you say that because I've mentioned several times that there was that unbelievable, one of the best basketball articles that's ever been written in life is, I think it's called Summertime, but it's by Jackie McMullen, who's the writer for the Sports Illustrated. And she wrote the whole thing after, so the Ray Allen shot happens in the Miami Heat series, right? And the Heat end up winning the title. And I want to say it was the Air Force Academy. I think it was in Colorado, where they got together. Like they implemented during the summer what they were going to do. It was like the revenge tour.
Yeah.
And that led to what most people believe is the best basketball that's ever been played ever. Right? Which is that Spurs. And it
The
was
2014
like
Spurs.
And it was like you're making a decision within 1 second.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
you're doing what you're doing and you're moving into space, but like the ball's not touching the ground and we are cutting and moving and whatever. And so it was like, here's why we lost, here's what we're doing, and now here's the revenge tour. And so it's interesting, as soon as you said that about Siakam, it's like, we got to the precipice, but we lost. So now we've got to take the next step. How are we going to take the next step? And just a incredibly strange set of circumstances that led to this, because if I'm not mistaken, I mean, they had like a damn near losing record
They did. It was
the
people,
first couple of months of the
There
season.
was people on TV saying they might not make the playoffs. Like it was, I think somebody like Kendrick said we're not going to make the playoffs.
I mean, they're like 48-18
Well, when you ran
since
through-
January 1st.
When you ran through their schedule last week and you went through their losses, the games where they only scored like 90
Yeah.
or less, like it was how many, 5 games or something like that? Dude, like,
Most of them were before the calendar
they
turned.
were all like
Yeah.
in November.
No, the last
Yeah.
one
They
was
only-
a
they only had
random
one,
Portland
and-
game,
Yeah.
February 4th
Yep.
at Portland.
Yep. February
And that
4th,
was the
that's
last one that
Yeah,
they scored
80
under 100 points.
at 89.
Until that 94 that they scored at game 5 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because that was the reference point.
December 13th
Yeah.
is when it started to change. Looking at their schedule, wins, losses, like December 13th.
What is their record at that point?
They were 10-15 going into that game.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
They were
flipped-
10-15.
I mean, that is a quarter of the season,
And that
you were
started-
5 games below 500.
And then
guarantee you
December
a
13th started
conversation
5
definitely
straight
happened,
wins.
bro. It was probably one of those when they went 10-15. It was like, yo, everybody come in here. Let's take a seat.
Well, and you know what the other thing is? By his own account, and I've referenced many times that Jarrett Weiss article about Halliburton, he snapped out of it.
Yep.
He talked about how social media had taken over his, like he really
Like the Team USA
was
stuff.
mentally
Yeah.
affected
Yeah.
in a massive way by social media. Like it's like, I can't do this anymore. It is he even says it was affecting my play and my confidence. I wasn't the same guy, and like it's like a bulb went off, and it's like I'm going to decide what I allow to dictate my thoughts, right? And it's not going to be this because I'm not myself anymore.
It was the Team USA stuff, like being the
All of it.
the ball boy basically for Team
All of it.
USA, being trolled.
Yes.
Then he had the video of him and the girls.
Right.
Like, it was all that kind of stuff like building up. So you can understand why you start 10-15
Sure.
if the catalyst is not focused.
That's right.
Then you-
And he wasn't very good.
Exactly. So then he refocused and they started hooping.
Yeah, they were 10-15 at that point, and then 2 months later, exactly 2 months later, which is the start of the All-Star break, they were 30-23.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to the sirs, Roser. What do you call them? Yes, sirs.
Yes,
Yes,
sirs.
yes,
The yes,
sirs.
sirs.
Yes, sirs.
The yes,
Yeah, bro.
sirs.
Enjoy this finals, man.